Now some people want to calibrate the rad drum, the elevation drum, or what have you. I don't bother. I don't know if you can see it, but I can't see the marks. So I get a rough no-wind zero with the ammo I'm using. I write it down on these little cheap luggage tags, and I hang it on the sling swivel. This one happens to be 12 clicks up, 5 right for 200 yard, no wind zero, and that will get me usually at least on the black, and then I fine tune for lighting and eyesight and all the other stuff that messes with you. But basically, if I put in my match loads, 160 grains, running about 2,500 feet per second, and I dial up 12 clicks and 5 clicks right, I will be in the black. If I'm shooting well, I'll be in the 10 ring. I never trust the first shot, because no matter what, every Garand I own tosses the first shot somewhere other than where you want it to go. This particular rifle likes to shoot low and right, usually somewhere in the 8 to 9 ring area, right around there, and then the second shot will usually be a low 10, and then I'll usually have to come up a couple clicks. All depends on how sunny it is. If it's really, really bright out, I have to come up sometimes 4 minutes, because when it's really bright, that target looks so puny, and it makes you shoot low, I guess. Well, it makes me shoot low. So, in cleaning this gun to prep for the season, I lost all my marks, but I usually mark the rear of my sight here with, I get this cheap paint marker thing. It's like a crayon, and it'll last the season. And I also mark my front sight so I know if that's moved. And that's about it. So I did have a mark on my elevation drum, but I haven't found anything that stays on there long enough between touching it and everything else. And I thought about using nail polish, but I just don't need it. So I just mark a reference mark here somewhere on the base and the receiver, just to let you know if your windage has moved or it's not where it should be. And that's like I said, that's my base zero, my no wind zero. I usually will shoot that from a supported prone position. And I do that with all my rifles. All my rifles are pretty much zeroed, and depending on how accurate they are, they will hit the black if you bring it up to certain specs. Now, all my guns are different. The lowest one I have is an HRA with a CMP new wood stock, and it only needs 4 clicks up to hit at 100 yards. I have a pretty